What's up, y'all? It's Southern Curl Tara here with a little therapy for your hair. I'm only washing my hair once a week these days, unless there are some extenuating circumstances like going out to a bar with a bunch of smoke that requires me to wash it again. But I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I've learned over the last few weeks and over the last few months about how to get better results with my hair and really what the process is on wash day. I could probably stretch it out another day, but I'm not sure what the rest of the weekend holds, and I actually woke up early today, so I thought I'd go ahead and get started. The first step is going to be to do a really good wash. Today I used Buildup Buster by DevaCurl, and I also used DevaCurl No Poo. I wasn't using a whole lot of products on my hair this week, so I felt like it wasn't necessary to use a low poo or a shampoo that was Curly Girl approved. Now, a frequently asked question is about the amount of hair lost on wash day. I wanted to show you my hairball. It's absolutely disgusting, and I hate wet hair, so this is gross. Just bear with me. This is how much hair was in the tub after I washed and rinsed, okay? So that's a lot of hair. It's normal to lose 50 to 100 hairs a day. So by the time you wash your hair, if you're only doing it once or twice a week, you're gonna get a lot of hair out. I'll do a comparison after I rinse out my conditioner. And so now the next step is gonna be deep condition. One of the things that I learned when I did the My Main Bio hair analysis is that my hair needs protein. If I want it to be more curly and to have more consistent curls and better curl definition, they suggested adding protein into my routine with the neutral protein filler. And it can be bought at Sally's. It's pretty inexpensive. This bottle's around $7, I believe, and it's 4 ounces. I've had this for months and I use it at least a couple times a week. So I'm just now down to about 1/3 of the bottle. They do have a smaller bottle if you just want to test it out. It's about, I don't know, $3. You can add it to any of your products to control the protein balance. Today I'm using the Jamaican Black Castor Oil Hair Mask from Shea Moisture. I'm also going to add some of the neutral protein filler into it. I did this last week and I had some really nice results. So I'm going to give it a try again this week. And then I'll actually add a little bit more of this to my styling products when I start to fix my hair. Now I have my hot head that's been warmed in the microwave, and I'm just gonna stick it over the top, make sure that everything's covered, and set the timer for 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna take off my hot head. This is actually an extra large size and it is very generous. So take it down out of the cap and rinse it out. So I'm just gonna rinse until there is a little slip left. So at this point in the process, I just take a closer look at my hair to see if it has any visible frizzies. If it does, that may indicate that I need to put in a little bit of leave-in. Today it's looking pretty good, so I'm actually going to go ahead and plop to take out some of the moisture before I apply my products. And this is something that I'm doing as a low porosity gal because it can take my hair so long to dry once I start to apply the products. So I'm just going to plop and hang out for a bit, finish up my face, and then we'll move on. I have plopped for about 5-10 minutes while I put on a little more makeup and let the dogs out, and now I'm going to take it down and I'm going to apply my products. So my hair is still very wet, but it's not totally dripping. My hair is really thick, so I'm going to actually separate it just into 2 sections. About half of it put up on top. I have this bottom half down, and then I'm just going to separate it in 2 down here in order to apply my products so that I make sure that I get it all over my hair. And this is a very imprecise process for me, so usually it just helps to make sure I get each side. And I am going to use a Denman brush to make sure that I get the products distributed throughout. It also helps me with clumping. I am going to use my favorite, Uncle Funky's Curly Magic, along with a little bit more of the neutral protein filler. I have a new bottle of Curly Magic, so the pumping is a little inconsistent. So I have about 4 or 4.5 pumps here of Uncle Funky's, and I'm just going to add a few drops of the neutral protein filler. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It's about 4 pumps, a couple of drops, mix it in. And this is where, as long as your hair is wet with water or product, you can use the Denman brush not only to help detangle, which shouldn't be much of it shouldn't be needed since I have just conditioned, and I'm going to use it to make sure that the products are distributed through and that it's going to smooth out my hair. So I just did a pass through like so, turning it on the ends, and you'll see how it's hanging much better than before. It was pretty stringy. Then I'm going to take it down, I'm going to do the top part, and then I'm actually going to plop again. This is different, and actually I've not seen anyone else do this. I'm going to plop with product and with heat. Okay, so I've applied the Uncle Funky's with a little neutral protein filler, and now I'm going to plop, and I'm going to warm up my heat cap and put it back on for maybe 15 minutes or so. So if you're a low porosity gal or guy, you know that it's harder for the products to kind of get into your hair shaft because your cuticle is really tightly bound. So this was something that just came to mind a week or two ago as I was going through my wash day, just wondering if that would make a difference in the way that my hair turned out, and I believe that it did. I'm all plopped and ready to go heat up my hot head. So I've just left in my hot head until it cooled off. I'm gonna take it down, take out the plop, and see what we're working with. So one thing that I did not do this time was to comb my hair upside down. I kind of alternate back and forth just depending on how I'm feeling. And I spent a lot of time with my hair upside down last week trying to diffuse it because I had to wash 2 separate days. And so this time I just did it straight up and down. Now I'm gonna apply some gel, and I'm just gonna use the alcohol-free defining gel by Bioterra. After I have added some of the Bioterra gel praying hand style, I'm just going to go through and scrunch all the way up to my scalp, and you can hear it squish. My hair is hanging in some pretty nice clumps and ringlets, which I'm happy to see. So I'm using a baby receiving blanket. Someone in the Curly Girl support group mentioned that, and I just happen to have some around, and so I have tried them out and I like them just as well as I do a t-shirt and also a smooth microfiber towel. Then I just go in, because it is quite moist still. You can still hear it. And I remove even more of the moisture. And of course, because of you're touching it, it's removing some of the product, but I put in ample product so I don't have many concerns about removing too much. After this step, I'm going to diffuse for a little while, and I'm going to put some root clips in. I'm probably going to finish getting dressed and then diffuse a bit more before I head out the door. I'm going to meet some friends for brunch and don't have a lot of time to spend trying to make sure it gets as dry as I would like for it to, so I just want to give it a good kickstart, and I'll let it dry the rest of the way on its own. If I was not going to a bougie part of town, I would actually leave my root clips in because it is still kind of early in the day and my hair has a bit of a way to go to dry. It has started to form a little bit of a cast. It won't get super crunchy with the products that I've used today, but it will take it a little bit longer to dry on its own. So I'm going to take the root clips out and hopefully keep all my curls in place until they dry fully, and then I can kind of shake it out. And I am now a fan of clapping out the crunch. So I'll be back later to show you the final results. I'm back and my hair is fully dry. It's been fluffed, it's been clapped, and I have pinned it back just a little bit on the sides because I had some weird drying happening up towards the front. I had to leave here with my hair still pretty damp. It was maybe 50 to 60% dry, and it took it another 2.5 hours to fully dry so that I could shake it out. So I just went around looking a little bit crunchy and a little bit like a drowned rat because I had to take my clips out before I met up with my friends. But it's a rainy rainy day in Nashville, so folks probably just thought I got stuck in the rain. I did have a few little flyaways, a few little frizzies, again, just from having to kind of rustle about as I was leaving the house today. So I just used a little bit of lube to calm those spots down and bring back together some of the clumps that had been separated. I'm pretty pleased with the results. Again, it's a rainy day in Nashville. Normally, I would have my hair like in a bun before the curly girl method. So I'm very pleased today to have a nice looking head of hair and to be able to enjoy my natural curl. So I'll do a little quick turnaround so you can see what it looks like in the back. Again, so happy with how it turned out today. So I think I'm onto something with the plopping after I get out of the shower before I apply any products, just to get out a little bit of the water, and then plopping with heat after I apply my Uncle Funky's Curly Magic and any leave-in that I might need to do. If you try plopping with heat, let me know what you think. I'd love to know if you see better results, if you see tighter curls, if you see that your hair is holding better, that it's drying better, any of those things. I'd love to know what your experience is. You can just hit me up in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.